Greetings and salutations, YouTubers. This is ZillaFan85, back today with my latest video, my latest figure review. Today we're going to go ahead and look at my Miss Namikawa Gashapon figure. So this figure, of course, again, a Gashapon, so a minifigure. But certainly sort of a little more of a unique video this time around, unique review of figure. Usually I do, kaiju, etc., sometimes some of the, military vehicles used in the Toho films, but not so much, characters, per se. I had, when I was, going through collecting the Gashapons, I had seen among the different waves and series that they released that they did actually release a Miss Namikawa, figure, and certainly to me was something that was very unique because it's not something that that you see too often, a figure of her. Really, really awesome, and I saw it and I definitely decided I was going to have it. There are a couple other figures of Miss Namikawa that you could find out there. There's a larger size PVC figure, I believe, and there's also, I think, a bullmark figure as well. Obviously, those are going to be quite expensive. So I wasn't really too keen to pick those up. However, getting her, in Gashapon form, to me it was a no-brainer, and I think they did a really nice job with this, honestly. And to me, again, a unique, something that you do not see too often, so I thought it was very unique and just decided to jump on it. Obviously, Miss Namikawa, played by the great Kumi Mizuno, who's been in numerous Godzilla and non-Godzilla Toho kaiju films, throughout the years. And, definitely, to me, certainly one of her most memorable roles as Miss Namikawa, basically the sort of in disguise Xilian, agent, if you will. She got involved with astronaut Glenn, played by Nick Adams in the movie, and then she pretty much ended up having real feelings for him, and essentially it cost her life in the end, But, definitely a very popular, very standout character, and certainly from the film appearance, which of course was Godzilla vs. Monster Zero, aka Invasion of Astro Monster. And that is, and then that film in general is just one of my favorite Godzilla films overall. So, again, I thought this was really cool, really unique to be able to get something like this in my collection. Once I have space for everything in the future, she will definitely look awesome on display. So again, I was really, really happy to pick this up. So to jump into the figure review itself, so as you can see here, we got her, and there's this little base that she comes with as well because it's to help her stand. She doesn't stand too well on her own. The base is a separate piece, and as you can see, it's just this sort of clear translucent, nothing too big there. And then just to look at her as well, her paint scheme. So the signature Xilian outfit that you see her in, when you see her and the other women, Xilians or Xians, however you want to call them, they don't tend to wear those helmets that the men wear. They usually just, are open. They have the outfit on, and then no sort of helmet or visor on their head or face. But and then all the women as well look like her as well. But of course, she was the standout in the film. She was the one that had the major role with Glenn. So very, very cool, her Xilian outfit. Again, you got the black for the upper part, the sort of I don't know if it's like armor, but the upper shirt area, and then of course the gray pants, black boots, got the black gloves, and of course the gray sleeves. So this must be some kind of vest that goes over the uniform itself. I'm assuming there. It's got that sort of collar area up at the top. As you can see, it goes in the front part there. And I think it might be maybe supposed to go all the way around, but obviously the hair, kind of gets in the way there. But looks really, really nice. The black and the grays on there. You got that little gold insignia. And that was sort of the one of the running themes of the movie, is that they had that storage area of gold on Planet X, where the Xilians and Xilians are from, but they were short supply on water. So part of their scheme to conquer the Earth. So you got that, and then you got the gun with the silver, the blaster, I should say. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus a little bit better. There we go. We got that nice silver there for the gun. We got her face done pretty well there. So, sort of like a creamish color for the skin tone. Nice flowing black hair. Looks really good. The black eyebrows, white eyes with the black pupils there. So didn't do a lot of detail in the eyes and face, but it still looks pretty good. You can definitely still tell that this is Miss Namikawa. And then of course she's got the red lipstick there. So looks really, really good. I definitely like it. Okay, and then of course the detail, again, they captured the look quite well here. Again, that vest, the way that they shaped it out. And of course too, just kind of mixing in the detail with paint, they got the silver outlines and highlights on the black vest there, and you can see it all the way around on the back side, and you got that sort of strap area on the back there. Buttons, I suppose they are. Looks really good. You got the nice line indentations on the sleeves here for both arms, as well as on the legs around where the knee area is. Again, nice detailing for the boots with that sort of curve that they've got at the end there. Definitely looks pretty film accurate. That gold insignia on the chest definitely looks good. I like the detail that they did for her hair. It looks really, really nice. The way they did her hair is probably one of the best parts of the way they captured her face. But really, really, the way they did this really does make it stand out that this is Miss Namikawa. So, because the face itself, the detail works a little bit on the simple side, but it still looks pretty good though, nonetheless. I like it. And some nice detailing there to capture the look, as you guys can see. And then of course her blaster that she's got here looks really, really good, as well. As you guys can see, all the detail on there. They've got the different parts of the gun as well on the other side of it there too. Yeah, so again, really, really captured well. So and that pretty much covers it for the paint and detail. Articulation, not really going to get much. Her arm can move, but again, these pieces, as I always state with the Gashapons, they do pop into place, so not really going to get a lot of articulation. They're mainly meant to be displayed, but you can move the arms a little bit. You can kind of fudge it, and get away with it. Head maybe can get a little bit of wiggle, but not much. There is rotation at the waist, but again, these are all just connected vis-a-vis pegs, so really, you can get away with doing a little bit of posing, but this is basically the way that they present it, that she's supposed to be in, is this sort of neutral pose here with her arm at the waist, and of course holding her blaster up like that. So, and I'll go ahead and connect it. So the foot, basically, you can kind of do it how you want it, but from what I've been seeing, the foot kind of goes on the base like that, and you got to just make sure, because it's a little bit tricky with balancing it, so you just kind of work it there. But if you get it just right, she does stand pretty nicely. So all in all, really, really good. Again, something that's very unique. Obviously, used to collecting the various kaiju, from the Godzilla films, the Toho films, etc., etc. But not too many of the human or humanoid characters, since she's an alien, so you don't really get a lot of that. So the fact that that they did have a figure of her, to me, was really, really awesome. And honestly, out of the the Xilians, the Xilians that you'll see from Planet X, from Godzilla versus Monster Zero, other than the other than the controller of Planet X, Miss Namikawa was probably the most standout character, and one of the most memorable, of course. So was again something unique like this, I was really, really happy to add to the collection. And believe it or not, you would assume, even though it's a Gashapon, that something like this, since it is kind of unique, would be rare to pick up, but it really was not too pricey. So as far as, well, before I get into that, so sizing wise, again, a Gashapon figure, a minifigure, but it does have some, decent size. I would say this one's probably in the 3-inch range, maybe 3.5 inch. It's a little on the tall side for a Gashapon figure, so certainly not bad at all. And again, to me, would look just really, really cool on the shelf. For any Godzilla fan, something like that's definitely going to stand out. So, and then, like I said, for price, you're not always going to stumble across her if you're going to try to look online on eBay, etc., etc. It is going to be hit or miss if you can actually find her online. But if you do find her, she's really not too expensive. The most I've seen her go for is about $25, but I've even seen her, at essentially half that price. I've seen her as low as, I would say, as low as about $12 and as high as about $25. So really, when you're considering that, and especially something that you'd think would be a little more rare, it's not bad at all. And again, something that is unique and really does pop, especially to any Godzilla and Kaiju fan. So, with that, I think that essentially does wrap it up for this video. I would like to thank you so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe, please feel free to do so. If you would like to like and or comment on any of my videos, please feel free to do so as well. And just remember, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you be good to yourselves, and sayonara.